everybody. I'm Bob Hagan with Club SciKids. Club SciKids is a science and technology enrichment company for kids ages 4 to 15. We offer programs in summer camps, after-school programs, in-school field trips. We also have a box subscription company. And this year, because of the pandemic, we're not able to meet in a lot of our locations. So we have taken all we know and come up with Camp in a Box. And the Camp in a Box has different themes. You can choose anything from veterinary medicine to robotics to astronomy, save the oceans, rainforest rescue, the sounds of music. We have 26 different themes that you can choose from. And I would like to show you some samples of what we have in the boxes. And then you can hopefully come to our website and decide for yourself which Camp in the Box you'd like. The first box I have here is our box called The Scientist. And like all of our boxes, it comes with a postcard. The postcard tells you exactly what's in the box and a little bit about the activities. We have an activity guide, and in the activity guide, we have a short introduction, some safety tips, lots of great vocabulary to go along with the activities. We have a detailed description of the activities and how to perform them. And along with the activity guide, there are also videos for each one of our boxes. So if you get a little bit stumped from the guide and you want some more detail or you really need to see something, then the videos are the place to go. In the back of the guide, there are micro experiments and observations that you can use to extend the learning, and they are all based on the activities that you've already done that came in the box. There are riddles, quotes, there is a scientist that is featured, and a lot of times we'll have either some science fiction and how that relates to the box that you're working in, or there'll be a book review or a movie review. But they'll all be related to the box that you're using. The guides also have the steps for the experimental design if you're working on a science fair project. And we like to call it experimental design other than the scientific method, because usually by the end of your experiment you will have additional questions that have to be answered, and that gives you a road to follow for more experiments and observation. Each Camp in a Box will come with a lab notebook to keep all of your data results in. It has graph paper in it. It's got plenty of room for notes and drawings. It has some really interesting charts like cosmic calculations or the nature of water. A lot of great information that you can use at any single time, all right? It's got a page with all different lab equipment and what that's called. Again, the steps of the experimental design are in the notebook. So this is a great resource to use. And it comes with every box. In this particular box, we have a collection of lab equipment, and this will help you start to build your own science lab at home. It includes things like a petri dish, goggles, forceps, magnifying lens, pipette, all kinds of really great stuff to get you started. And I also would like to encourage you to collect your own things for your lab. Empty jars, craft sticks, anything that you might use in the future. And of course, each box comes with several packets of activity. So in this particular box right here, we have root observation, which is growing plants hydroponically using polycrystals that absorb about 600 times their weight in water. Polishing amber, just like in the movie Jurassic Park. And who knows what you might see in the amber, but you have all your tools here to do that: toothbrush, sandpaper, denim, anything that you would need. This is one of my favorites, the Brush Bot. The Brush Bot is actually made with a toothbrush head. It's got an LED light, it's got a vibrating motor, a 3-cell battery, and it's a little more challenging than, say, the other activities, but I think once you accomplish this, you'll be really happy you made it. And finally in this box we have brine shrimp, and it's what we used to know as sea monkeys. And brine shrimp are crustaceans, and you're going to grow those and see if you can make them thrive. We have a way to feed them after about 2 or 3 days and create the perfect environment for them. So there's a lot to do. The only thing you're going to need for this is some water, and also maybe an old spaghetti jar or mayonnaise jar that's nice and clean. Each box usually contains some fun things in there, and we always have a science surprise. I'm not going to tell you what's in this box, but all of our boxes have something that you weren't aware that you were getting. In this particular box we have a Club SciKids pencil. We have a robot eraser. We have an LED finger light. Kind of fun. And also some liquid candy. This is our Formula Sour. That's in a plastic test tube, and it's a sour candy. It's really good, and you can eat some of this while you're experimenting. The second box I'd like to show you is our Science of Toy box, another favorite of mine. And in this box, along with your postcard describing the different activities and activity manual, we have some really interesting and sometimes classic toys here. One of them is the diving sub, which was always a favorite of mine when I was a kid. And in the video you'll see how we use baking powder to make the submarine first fall to the bottom of the ocean and then rise to the surface. So that's a lot of fun there. And the main point behind the Science of Toys is that a lot of science principles can be taught or learned by using toys. Many, many, many. Another one that we have here is our super bouncing ball, which you will make using these polyacrylic crystals, and it actually does bounce pretty high. We have our magic sand, and how does that act in water? How does it act out of water? It's very interesting. And why does it do that? We're going to answer that. Instant snow. Okay, yes, it's summertime, but why not have some snow during summer? Again, we have an activity where you can do that. Touchable bubbles, where you can stack bubbles on top of each other. We have fizzy tablets, okay, where you can actually color water and use those with some of the materials that are in the kit. So, again, our boxes have a wide range of activities that teach all kinds of science ideas and themes. And a lot of the activities that you get in the box, you can also use frequently throughout the summer or even the winter. So remember that science is real. Have fun with all of our boxes, and we'll see you next time.